Alright team, it is Monday morning. We're going to try this one again. It's going to be the 3 keys to staying in shape over Christmas. What needs to happen for you to stay on track to make sure coming into January you're still happy with where your body's at, really making sure that you didn't fall off the wagon over Christmas, but you're still able to enjoy yourself and have a great time. So we're going to go through the 3 points again, put it down, simplify it to 3 focuses for you to really make sure that you are in control and you come into the new year feeling great. So focus 1, we're going to dive straight into it. We're going to dive into what are your domino foods and drinks. What's going to hold you back from feeling great in 2020? So what I mean by domino foods is, what are those foods that you're going to eat, like your cheese and crackers, or your maybe it be beer, maybe it be cookies, whatever it might be, that you know that if you have one and you seduce yourself to that one, that you end up demolishing the whole bag. So what is that? And try give yourself a way to choose foods that will like you. So by what I mean by that again is making sure that you're not bloated, you're not lacking energy in order to have more food, and you can still enjoy yourself and enjoy the flavors and enjoy this company without choosing those foods that you're going to really regret the next day. So if that means you're having a couple of beers or maybe having spirits or whatever, that try remove that and go with maybe a red wine, a better quality one that you know that you can enjoy that one without having the whole bottle. Or maybe that be choosing to hold out until the main meal where you can get a balanced macronutrient split and good quality food, as opposed to demolishing the whole bag of chips before that meal comes around. Just knowing what that is for you, knowing what foods are really going to be the biggest temptation to you, because I know for a fact that if you choose to say no and are able to just be like, cool, I'm waiting until the main meal, it's going to be much easier than having one and then going back and back and back. And if you have that, from years of doing shows and shoots and all the rest, it was so much easier to just stick to my meals and stick to the food that I know was giving me good energy, and I was staying full and I felt energetic, rather than trying to get away with 1 or 2 snacks or sugary treats, because as soon as that sugar spike hits and it drops again, you're going to be looking straight for the next handful of food. So try to make sure that you choose that. Obviously, I want you to enjoy yourself, I want you to enjoy those foods, and don't be the guy or girl that's like, no, I'm on a diet, I can't eat that. Nobody wants to be that person, but just make sure that you can be intelligent in what you choose to eat and what you choose to stay away from, to really make sure that throughout this journey you're able to stay on track and you're not constantly fighting this creeping weight. Alright, focus 2 is going to be protecting that 1 hour for your day to show up as a person you need to be around for others. So what I mean by this is, over the season where you have all these parties and you have these events, and obviously Christmas Day, and we've just had Thanksgiving, all the rest, there's so many events where we have to either be around, we've got to be around people, we've got to host people, or maybe we're being hosted, and we have to be able to be in a position that we can have good conversation, we can be present, happy, energetic, all this stuff that needs to be going on and is really full on for pretty much the whole month. So making sure we can put that time aside for yourself, I think, is essential to making sure that, 1, we don't slip off the bandwagon with our training and nutrition and all the rest, but 2, making sure that we are actually able to enjoy ourselves more and have a better time through this month. So making sure that wherever that hour of the day is, I would recommend you do this in the morning before either other people get up or before the festivities of the day start, is making sure you put that hour aside for yourself. And that does not have to be a workout. That could literally just be, you go outside and you focus on your breathing, you listen to a podcast, you do something for you. Maybe it's some stretching, maybe it's preparing a couple meals around that, or maybe it is that workout, to really make sure you can get a good sweat in and you're able to utilize the food or the more food that you're going to eat than usual, by having a good workout in and getting a good sweat on, so that you know that your body's in a good position to utilize that food and not just store it. So this is a big part, and this is the one I very simple concept, but at the same point, if it's easy, it's also easy not to do. And I want you to really focus on this one. I want you to really focus on making sure you have that hour for yourself, because if you can protect that 1 hour, the other 23 hours will be so much better and so much more fulfilling. Focus 3. Here we go. This is quite an important one, but I think people really get stuck up in how busy this month gets, and where you're around friends and family, where you have presents and events and parties and all the rest, we stop realizing that we do actually have a holiday at this point. I think most people are going to be forced into at least 2 weeks of a break over this period. And using that period not to just be around others and serve others, we want to make sure that we do actually effectively use this time to set ourselves up for the new year. So things like allowing ourselves to de-stress, slow down, get out of this daily routine that we've been in for 11 months, or maybe 10 years, that has really stopped us from just letting our body recover a little bit. Let the inflammation come down, let the muscles sort of rest, let that tense, stressed feeling get out of your head, and really make sure that you're making those adjustments to get back on track. So, doing more stuff outside the gym, I think, is a really important part. Obviously, if you're in the northern hemisphere, things start to get a bit colder and you're probably wading through the snow. But in the southern hemisphere, we want to make sure that maybe we're going for a mountain bike, maybe we're going to the beach, maybe we're going out for a run, or just a walk with family, and making sure that there's more activities outside. If we're not stuck to a desk job, we're not stuck to a routine of a normal 40-hour work week, or in my case 80-hour work week, to make sure that you can do these things that allow you to really feel good in your own body, really allow you to soak up the nature and the sun and everything around you, so that we can set you up for the new year. Now, if we do find that you have a big night, you do have, maybe that be New Year's, maybe that be a massive Christmas day where you do end up drinking a bit much, or you do end up eating a lot of foods that you probably wouldn't usually eat, then things like a sauna therapy is something that I recommend you add in. So typically I'll recommend this a lot if you feel like you're relatively estrogen dominant, maybe you hold extra fat in your legs, maybe you have a problem with more water retention in your legs. Now the sauna therapy can be really great, but if you know you've had a big night, or you know you've eaten a lot of different foods that your body didn't quite tolerate, then using a sauna therapy is the same concept, and we're trying to rid toxins that are in the body, and most toxins are going to be stored in fat, right? So any of these detoxes and flush outs are going to be complete crap, but making sure that we can actually sweat and allow this mitochondria to upregulate, allow our body to kind of remove these toxins from fat through sweating is a much more effective process and less evasive to make sure that we can actually feel great afterwards. So simple sauna therapy that I would prescribe across the board would be, let's make sure you're getting in 20-30 minutes of exercise first, so not weight training, but say a walk or something that just gets you in a bit of a sweat. Get in the sauna. We're probably doing 15 minutes plus in a good, hot, ideally infrared sauna, and make sure that you take in a towel and a stainless steel bottle with you, at least not plastic, right? So making sure, obviously with plastic, we'd just be soaking up all the toxins from the bottle, all the BPAs and all the rest. If it says it's BPA free, I still don't care. Get a stainless steel bottle, and make sure that with the towel, we're making sure that we allow you to wipe the sweat off while you're in there. So obviously the sweat is excreting all these toxins, it's excreting all this horrible stuff out of your body, so we want to make sure we get it off your skin. So as you sweat, we're wiping it off, we're hydrating, all that good stuff, and then when we get out, we can either have a cold shower, which is a brilliant mix if you do feel like inflammation is as high as sauna therapy, and then straight to cold showers or ice baths if you can, and then following that up with a green shake. So a good little concoction I would go there would be making sure you've got the greens powder, maybe reds powder, so a lot of this sort of spirulina, barley grass, blueberries, that sort of stuff, and then along with glutamine, and if it's in your diet or can be in your diet, something along the lines of glycine or collagen would be a good option as well. So that is your three. Okay, that is first. If we're going to put this in a little summary, is problem one, we're going to get rid of these domino foods and drinks that we know are going to hold us back, that we know we're going to end up finishing the whole bowl or bottle or whatever it might be, and choosing things that we can still enjoy, we can still have a great day, still have great energy, and not let ourselves down when we look at how much weight we've put on or how sluggish we feel at the end of the day. From choosing foods that would not typically be in our diet. Problem two is making sure that we hold on to our time, respect your time, and other people will respect you too. Making sure that you put at least an hour a day aside for you, and make sure that you get rid of any excuses as to why that doesn't help. Yes, we all have family. Yes, we all have duties that we need to get in, but if we can put that hour a day aside for ourselves, either that be in the morning or at night, or maybe even the midday if that works, to make sure that you are still getting a sweat, you're still getting a headspace, a positive headspace that allows you to show up as the person that you need to be to really enjoy these holidays. And number three is that intuitive adjustments to know what's going to make you feel good, what's going to fill that cup. Really make sure that You're setting yourself up 2020, allowing you to de-stress, really give yourself some good headspace, stretch, get outside, be in nature, breathe, and just get rid of this stressful environment and this daily grind that we're all in. And there are your top 3, team. I hope that was really helpful. I hope that was insightful. And for me, this is my 3 that I'll be going into this festive season with, armed to make the most of it, really enjoy it, but also coming into January feeling great in my own skin.